Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. We'll begin today's session quickly. This is the first question. A tetrahedral puzzle is made up of smaller tetrahedrons. Shown below is one side of a puzzle and a small tetrahedron. Assuming that all the faces of the puzzle are the same, how many small tetrahedrons are there on the faces of the larger tetrahedron? Okay. So let's see what we are given here. We are given here a face of a large tetrahedron. This tetrahedron is made up of this kind of a module, a tetrahedron, which has four triangles in it. One in the back and then one at the bottom. All right. We have to find the total number of smaller tetrahedrons that are there on the face of the larger tetrahedron. So we don't have to worry of the tetrahedrons that are inside. All right. So let's do it now. So in this case, we're given one face, and then all the faces are identical of the larger tetrahedron puzzle. So what we'll first do is we'll first count the number of tetrahedrons that will be repeated on all the four faces of the larger tetrahedron. Which are those tetrahedrons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. These are the 7 tetrahedrons which will be repeated on all the four faces. Like for instance, these two tetrahedrons or even this tetrahedron is shared across two faces. This tetrahedron is shared across 3 faces, but these two tetrahedrons are shared along 2 faces. So these 7 tetrahedrons are the ones which are not shared by any of the faces, and they are unique and they will be there on all the faces. So we have 7 tetrahedron which will be there on 4 faces. That comes up to a total of 28 tetrahedrons. Now, next, we'll count these tetrahedrons which are shared by 2 faces. So one edge of a tetrahedron has 2 such tetrahedrons, and then each of those faces will have 2 such tetrahedrons which are shared by 2 faces. All right. So 2 tetrahedrons, the number of edges in a tetrahedron are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that dotted one at the back 6. Each of these edge will have 2 such tetrahedron which will be shared by the 2 faces. That makes up to a total of 12 tetrahedrons. Besides this, we are still yet to count the corner tetrahedrons which are happening at the vertices of the tetrahedron. A tetrahedron has 4 vertices, so 4 such tetrahedrons will be added. That comes to a total of 44 tetrahedrons that are there on the faces of the larger tetrahedron. Okay, we'll move to the next one. The picture shows decimal numbers that are encoded in colors in some other number system. Encoding of 6 numbers have been given in the picture on the left. Picture on the right shows a multiplication that we need to perform. What decimal number represents the result of this multiplication? We are given here a coded system where this color combination equals 0, this color combination equals 3, this color combination equals 10, 21, 23, and 24, and so on. We are given 6 number coded system. Based on this system, we have to identify when I get the number associated with this figure and I multiply them, what number will be the resultant of it. Okay. Now, let's start with the green one. In the green one, if you see, which is 0, this can equal to 0, of course, if a negative number is involved. But since all three numbers are the same, green, green, and green, we cannot have one positive and one negative. So definitely this will be a 0, 0, and 0. Only then it will add up to 0. Okay. Next, in the next system, we are given here 3. So the straight away assumption being that red in the middle will be 3 raised to 1 or 3. Straight assumption. Okay, only then it will be equal to 3. Now, next one, 10. 10 diya hai, so if red is 3 raised to 1 or 3, how will you get 10? Okay, we can get 10 by a combination of 9 plus 1. So how do we get 9? We get it as 3 raised to 2 and 3 raised to 0. So 3 raised to 2 is 9. This is 0 plus 1, which will be equal to 10. So this works. No problem with it. In the next system, we are given here a blue color. And we know that red in the middle means 3 raised to 1, which is 3. And green wala jo hai, the green colored one, we already know is 0. So what number will be in blue, should come in blue, that it should equal to 21. So it will be 18 plus 3. So 18 plus 3 plus 0 will be equal to 21. That is fine. How do we get 18? One can straight away assume that, yeah, it is 18, but how do we get 18? 18 we get it by 2 into 3 raised to 2, which is an extension of this system of exponentiation, which we have included in the red color. So it kind of adds up, okay? Where we are extending that same system of 3 raised to 2 to 18. Now, next part. So we know that blue in the front is 18, red in the middle is 3 raised to 1, and blue at the back we don't know. But what we know is, we know that it has to equal to 23. So 18 plus 3 is 21. The difference that comes here is of 2. Okay, which means that this has to equal to 2. Now, if I extend that same system of exponentiation that we got it at 3 raised to 0, so 2 into 3 raised to 0 will be equal to 2, which is an extension of this. So, which obviously means that blue in the middle has to be equal to 2 into 3 raised to 1. This will be equal to 2 into 3 raised to, 2. And at the side, when it goes on this side, it has to equal to 2 into 3 raised to 0, which is 2 into 1 or 2. And we already know this is 0. So 2 into 3 raised to 2 is equal to, sorry, I'll just write it clearly. Yeah. 2 into 3 raised to 2 is equal to 18. This is 6. 18 plus 6 is 24. So that also adds up here. Now we know the system. So if green is 0, 0, 0. In red colored system, what happens is, when the box are red, first box is 3 raised to 2, second box 3 raised to 1, and third box 3 raised to 0. And in blue colored box, it is 2 into 3 raised to 2, 2 into 3 raised to 1, and 2 into 3 raised to 0. So this will be equal to 18, 6, and 2. So let's look at the system. This is red in the front. So it has to be 9 multiplied by, this is blue at the end. Blue at the end is 2 into 3 raised to 0, which is 2. So this both 9 into 2 has to equal to 18, which is the answer that we are looking at. Okay. We'll move to the next one. A cube has its 6 faces numbered as 1 into 6. A schoolboy tosses up the cube twice and notes down the 2 numbers appearing on top in these 2 faces, in these 2 tosses. He multiplies these numbers and notes down the multiplication results. How many unique multiplication results can he possibly get through this kind of a tossing game? Okay. So, yeah, let's do this. So in this case, we'll look at, we're given here a cube with numbered 1 to 6. We have to identify unique multiplication results. Okay. So for those unique multiplication results, let's start typing the number of possibilities. All right. So let's start with 1. What now unique multiplication results can we get with 1? So 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. So 1 into 1, 1, 1 into 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These are unique multiplication results. Now we move to the second number. In 2, 2, 1 is already taken care of. 2 into 1 is 2. 2 into 2 is 4 is already taken care of here. 2 into 3 is 6 already taken care of here because 6 comes here. So we go to directly 2 into 4. 2 into 5, again unique. 2 into 6, unique. So 1 has how many possible outcomes? 6 outcomes. 2k we have 3 and 3. Now we'll move to the number 3. 3 may, how many we can get? So 3, 1 already taken care of here. 3, 2, 6 here already taken care of. 3, 3, 9, it's unique. So 3, 3. 3, 4, 12 already taken care of here. And then 3, 5, which is new. And 3, 6, 18, also a new multiplication result. So we'll note that down also. So that comes to a total of 3 possibilities with the number 3. Now we go to the number 4. 4, 1 already taken care of here. 4, 2s are 8 already taken care of here. 4, 3s are 12 already taken care of here. 2, 6, 12, 12. That's why. 4, 4s are 16, new number. So we'll note that new unique number. 4, 5, 20. And 4, 6, 24. Again, unique. So yeah, 3 possibilities here also. Now we go to the number 5. 5, 1 already there. 5, 2, 10 already there here. 5, 3, 15 already there here. 5, 4, 20 already there here. We'll go to 5, 5 and 5, 6. So 2 possibilities. 5, 5s are 25, 5, 6 are 30. Unique ones. Now we go to the next possibility, which is 6. In 6, 6, 1 already there, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5 already there. So only one possibility is there, 6, 6. So one possibility. So total number of possibilities will be 6 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. Okay, that adds up to a total of 18 possibilities, which is the right answer. Okay. The correct answer here, therefore, is 18. We'll move to the next one then. So, Suresh, Biju, and Tina bring one gift each when they meet. When they meet, they swap their gifts in such a way that no one gets back what they brought with them. These gifts are book, pen, and a ball. Book, pen, and a ball. And there are 3 people, Suresh, Biju, and Tina. Okay. Suresh says, now let me just first make a matrix. So we know that what they had brought for what they had got with him. First, we'll start decoding with that. Let's just make a matrix first. This is what they got as gift. This is what they got. When they came to the party. This is Suresh. Biju. And Tina. The gifts are book, pen, and a ball. Suresh says, what does Suresh says? I gave my gift to the one who gave away the ball. Biju says, I received my gift from the one who gave gift to the one who gave away the ball. Tina says, I got what I always wanted. And Biju says, but Tina, you had to give away your pen. Which of the following statements either are true? One or more options is correct here. Now, what we know? Suresh gave his gift to the one who gave away the ball. But we also know straight away that Tina had to give away the pen. So when she came to the party, she got pen for somebody else. She didn't receive the pen, but she had to give away her pen to somebody else. So pen gaya. We know who had got the pen. Book or ball is somebody else. Suresh says, I gave my gift to the one who gave away the ball. So Suresh gave his gift to the one who gave away the ball, which means Suresh could not have got the ball, which means Suresh, when he came to the party, he had got the book with him, and Biju had bought the ball with him when he came to the party. Okay, when they came to the party, this is a combination that they bring away, that they brought with them. Suresh gave gift. Suresh gave his gift to the one who gave away the ball. Suresh brought the book. He gave his gift to the one who gave away the ball. The ball is given away by Biju, which means Biju would have got the book. Okay. Biju gives away his ball to somebody else. And Tina also has to give away the pen. Now, in this case, only one possibility is possible because we know that Suresh gave away the book to Biju. Ball, Tina would have received the ball because she cannot keep the same pen with her. And pen, Suresh would have received the pen here. This is the gift they got. Okay. So it satisfies all the condition. Next, let's say look at the statements. Tina gets the ball, which is true. Tina gets the book, false. Suresh gets the pen, true. And Biju gets the book is also true. So correct answer are A, C, and D. All three are correct here. Okay, we'll move to the next one. If the geometric solid blocks shown below are cut along a single flat plane, which of these can have cross-section of a regular hexagon with all sides equal? Assume that the blocks are extruded from the polygons with side of equal length. Okay. We assume that these blocks are extruded from a polygon with sides of equal length, which means all these sides are equal. So we have to now find which of these will cut a cross-section of a regular hexagon. Okay. So A is a regular hexagon. So if I have a straight cross section cutting along the plan surface, we get a regular hexagon because we are told that all these polygons are equal length. Okay. In case of B, when I cut it along a plane which connects the midpoint of these two sides, I will get a regular hexagon like this. So B is also true. With case of option C, if I connect the hexagon along these sides, these points, vertices, and the middle point of this side, like this, I will get a hexagon, but not a regular hexagon, where this side and this side are same, but these two sides are different. So C is not possible. With case of option D also, I will get a hexagon provided I connect it along these sides. Okay. But again, it won't be a regular hexagon. So this is, sorry, 1 second. I'll just correct it. Second. I connect it along this side. Okay, but this is again not a regular hexagon. In this case, these two sides are equal, but these all four sides are different. So D is also not possible. Correct answer is A and B. In this case, if we were given that we need a hexagon, forget a regular hexagon. We need a cross section of a hexagon, then all four options were true. Okay, we'll move to the next one. The following patterns are made on a wall by using ceramic tiles. Which of the given pattern is or are made from a single type of tile? A single type of tile. Which of these options are made from one single type of tile? One single type of tile means it's a ceramic tile, which means mirroring is not possible. Rotation is possible. Okay. So let's look at all the options. So we are looking at possibilities where there are mirroring happening, where there is some mirroring happening. In this case, if you look at the options, A is fine, no problem. A is correct. With case of option B, this block and this block are mirror of each other. So that is not possible. Option C is also fine, which is true. And in case of option D, if you observe it very carefully, D is also a mirror. Okay. D is mirror here. 1 second. This is a mirror and this is a mirror. So this block is not possible, this is not possible, and even this block is not possible. So D is wrong. Correct answer is A and C. We'll move to the next one. The word given below uses a particular font. Which option belongs to the same font? Okay. In this case, the correct answer will be option A. The idea is here to look at the curvature of D, which will be similar to what we get here in A. Okay. We'll move to the next one now. Identify the correct profile of the cricketer that corresponds to the given front pose. We have to identify the correct profile of the cricketer that corresponds to the given front pose. In the case when you look, I have to look at it from this direction. So the foot that is at the back has to be here, and then this has to be the front foot. So A may, where the foot is given like this, is wrong. Between B, C, and D, when you compare it, and you compare all B, C, and D together, the handband, which is one on top, this point on top, and this at the bottom, is wrong in the given option B. Between C and D, when you compare and look at this shirt profile, the blue band on the hand and the blue band on the shirt, the blue band on the shirt is on top, blue band on the hand is at the bottom. So the correct answer here, therefore, should be the option C. D may, the blue band on the shirt is at the bottom, the hand is on the top, which is wrong. So C is the right answer here. We'll move to the next one. Seema on the left is looking at the mirror. Which option shows her reflection? We have to find the reflection here. So if it is a reflection, if the pony is facing this way, reflection में वो उल्टा side दिखेगा like this. So A wala option where the pony is facing the same direction is wrong, because the reflection, it will be mirror along this axis. Okay. So between B, C, and D, if you look at it, in case of B, the mole is in the same position as A, so that is wrong. Between C and D, when you compare, the eye positions in C are correct. In D, they are looking the other way around. So this is wrong. C is the right answer. We'll move to the next one. Kavita is holding a lit torch below her face as she narrates a ghost story to her friends in a dark room. Which option shows the correct lighting position? Which option shows the lighting correctly? In this case, if she is holding the torch below her face and the torch is lit, the contouring of the face will be seen correctly. In case of option A, the torch is held at this position. In case of option C, yes, the position is correct, but the angle of the torch is different. It has to be like that and not vertically up. In case of option D, this is where she holds the torch. So correct answer is option B here. We'll move to the next one. Which option correctly represents a top view of the given perspective view? We are given here a perspective view. We have to identify the correct top view of this figure. When we look at this figure from the top, if I just draw the middle, in order to find the middle position, the midpoint of the plane, pink, this is where the midpoint of the plane will be. Okay, pink wala. And if I draw the midpoint of the plane gray colored, this is where the midpoint of the gray colored plane will be. So somewhere the midpoint of the gray color kind of matches, is a little bit off, but definitely the pink colored plane is way off. The midpoint happens here and then it's coming out outside little bit only. So we know that the pink plane, that is, so when I look at it from the top, the gray colored one will of course be seen on top and the pink colored one will be seen at the bottom. So B wala option जिसमें pink through and through जा रहा है और gray is broken into part is wrong. Between A, C, and D, when you compare both of them, a pink colored small part comes out and then a gray colored larger part comes here. So pink colored small part and the gray colored smaller part comes here if I look at it from this perspective. C mein ulta hai, so C is wrong. D is the right answer here. A may it's wrong because A may both are at the same position. Both are equal. Versus we have already established that the pink or colored plane is less. This part is less versus piche wala part is more in length. Okay. We'll move. So correct answer is option D. We'll move to the next one here. A milkman is returning from his trip on his bicycle. He has two empty containers, 5 liters and 3 liters, hanging on one side of the bicycle, and a full 8 liters milk container on the other side. He was not able to ride the bicycle properly, so he stopped and decided to distribute the milk so that the load becomes balanced on both the sides of the bicycle. Unfortunately, he has forgotten his measuring cup on his lost stop. We have to find the minimum turns that it will take for him to be able to distribute the milk in two equal halves to balance the load, due to ignore the weight of the material and the bicycle. So how will it happen? So this is the distribution line between both the 5 and 3 liters and the 8 liters container. So for in the first case, 5 and 3 liters containers are empty, so 0, 0, and 8 liter is full. In the second option, what we do is from the 8 liter container, we add it in the 3 liter container. Then in the second step, from the 3 liter container, we add it to the 5 liter container. Then in the next step, we add the 8 liter from the 8 liter container, we add the 3 liters in the 3 liter container. In the next step, after this after in this position, 2 liters is empty here. So what we do is these from the 3 liters container, we add it to the 5 liter container. So 5 liter container, the remaining 2 liter becomes full और 1 liter इसमें रह जाएगा आपका. So in the next step, what we do is all this 5 liter container will move back to 8 liter container, thus making 7 liters here. This 1 liter in the next step, we move to the 1 liter here. So that makes it 1, 0, and 7. And then finally, what we do is from the 7 liters, we move them to 3 liters. So 1, 3, and 4 will be there. So एक side आपका 4 आ गया, एक side आ गया. So both the sides are equally balanced, and that happens at the 7th step. So correct answer is option B, 7. Okay. We'll move to the next one. Which of the following statement about the areas of the Indian states is or are true? So Arunachal Pradesh is larger than Kerala is true. Punjab is larger than Assam, false. Chhattisgarh is larger than Jharkhand is true. And West Bengal is larger than Uttarakhand is also true. Correct answer is A, C, and D. Okay, we'll move to the next one. Image below shows a portion of a larger photograph. Some operations have been done on that photograph using an image manipulation software. Image Q shows a portion of the resulting photograph. You have to identify the option that specify the correct operations. One or more options is correct. In this case, we are given here a reference figure P and the resulting figure Q. Some operation is performed on the figure P in order to get Q. We have to identify what is the operation that is performed based on the options given. In this case, one or more options are correct here. So what we do is we actually make an abstract diagram of this kind of a figure. So reference figure P there is a patch here, circular patch here. So we make an oval or a curve here. And then there is an L angle kind of thing here. So we make that. How does that same appear in Q? It happens like this and like this. So what we do is we take this abstract diagram and repeat that same operation on all the 4 options. So A it says rotate clockwise, which 90 degree, which gives us this. Flip horizontally gives us this figure. And then you rotate clockwise by 90 degree gives the final figure, which is wrong. So option A is not possible. Next. B mate says rotate clockwise 180 degree, which gives us this figure. Then flip horizontally, which gives us this figure, which looks exactly like Q. So B is correct. In option C, rotate clockwise the same way that we did with B, but then flip vertically, which gives us this figure, which does not look like Q. So this is not possible. Option D, rotate clockwise by 90 degree, flip vertically, and then rotate clockwise by 90 degree, which it looks exactly like how Q is. So this is fine. So D is correct. Correct answer therefore is B and D here. Okay, we'll move to the next one. The word given below uses a particular font. Which option or options belong to the same font family? Soulful is the word written here. We have to identify which is the correct option that belongs to the same font family. Here we can clearly see option 2 वाला जो दिया है ये वाला part गलत है. And with case of option C, this curvature and this curvature when you compare is wrong. So correct answer is B and D. Okay, we'll move to the next one. 3 transparent glass pieces with different engravings are shown below. They are to be overlapped one on top of another with the red corner exactly matching each other. What is the total number of triangles in the resultant figure? So when you match all these frames together, one on top of another with reference to this corner, this red corner, what will be the resultant figure? Well, how many triangles will be there in the resultant figure is what we have to identify. So when I map all of them together with reference to that red line, this is the final figure that I will get. In this final figure, the number of triangles will be in this pattern. You have 1, 2, 3, and 4 triangles. This pattern, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. This larger pattern, we have 2 triangles. Next, in a different pattern, we get this kind of 4 triangles. These kind of, or let me draw it the other way. This kind of, this kind of, this kind of, and this kind of 4 triangles. And then 2 large triangles here. That adds up to a total of 20 triangles. Okay, we'll move to the next one. A diagram of 3 blocks A, B, C and their direction of movement are shown here. The block moves continuously in 1 unit and change direction after hitting the side walls. From the given position, if block A moves at twice the field, 2x, 2 units per second or 2x, blocks B and C moves at same speed at 1 unit, which is x and x. What is the least time that is required for all the blocks to align one below each other? This is 1 unit that is given here as a reference. So in this case, when you map the movement of these blocks, this is the 0th position. This will be the first position. So A will move this way, B moves this way, and C moves that way when it touches the wall. Then it moves back. The second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and then finally in the 7th position, they align each other like this. Okay. We'll now move to the next one. Union of two solids and a pentagonal prism and a hexagonal prism is given. The side view on the right depicts how the solids intersect. This is how the solids intersect, and this is the side view. Visualize the new solid formed by the intersection, the part common to both of them. How many surfaces will this new solid have? We have to identify, or rather visualize how the new solid will be formed, and then we have to count the number of surfaces that this new solid will have. So this is how the new solid will be formed. So when I cut the intersection and start mapping it, this pentagonal prism will be broken into 2 parts. One triangle here, and then another trapezium here, which will be formed like this. Okay. The same pentagon also happens on 2 sides. So one surface, second surface, third surface, and fourth surface. Where on the side here, you will have, because although it's a flat surface, it's a flat surface, but then you have 2 surfaces. You're breaking that into 2 surfaces. One through this edge, one through this edge. So that will generate, so one is already, so that will generate this form trapezium and then this form trapezium. So 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7, 8, and then the bottom trapezium, 9. That makes a total of 9 surfaces. Okay, we'll move to the next one. A solid object made up of cubes is shown below. The object is symmetrical about all 3 axes and does not contain cavities or hollow spaces inside. how many cubes does this solid have? We have to count the total number of cubes that this solid have. In this case, we start with a very simple assumption that we can look at the solid in different ways. So you can either count the solid cubes row-wise, or another way to look at it is we assume that there is a 3 by 3 cube, and it is there actually. No, don't need to assume it. You can clearly see that there is a 3 by 3 cube that is inside this geometry. And then the 5 cubes, these 5 cubes are getting attached on the face of on each face of the 9 by 9 cube, 3 by 3 cube. So 3 by 3 by 3 cube will have 27 cubes, 5 cubes on one surface, and then this cube has 6, the 3 by 3 by 3 cube has 6 faces. These are 5 cubes, and this is face. So 6 faces and 5 cubes on each face, that adds up to a total of 30 cubes, making a total of 57 cubes in this figure. Okay. With this, I will end today's session here. If you like our content, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much for your time, guys. Thank you.